guys, welcome to the Old Ultra Runner channel. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to do another old race story. Today I'm going to do the race report on the 1998 Wineglass Marathon. The Wineglass Marathon was held on October 4th, 1998 in Corning, New York. It actually starts in Bath, New York, which is a little bit outside of Corning, and weaves its way over and finishes at the Corning Glass Center in Corning. The race has, when we ran it in 1998, it was the 17th running. To make myself feel old, I looked it up, and this year they just celebrated their 41st running. So it has been a while since I ran this marathon. It was a great experience. We flew into New York State. My wife is from the Binghamton area in New York State. We flew up and saw her parents. They met us at the airport, and we drove out to Corning and spent the night there. The drive was just over an hour. In following along with the tip that has been given a lot of time, if you travel to an out-of-town race, be sure and carry on your shoes and whatever you need. My wife packed her shoes away. This was going to be her second marathon ever run. The first one was at Cleveland like 4 or 5 months earlier. That one went well, but we had the issues with there not being real good support toward the end of the race. This one had a 6.5 hour time limit, I believe, and my wife was planning to come in 5 to 5.5 hours. She'd come in 5 hours and 20 minutes in Cleveland, so we expected this to be enough time. Anyway, my wife decided to not bring. She did pack her shoes in the underneath luggage, and the airlines did lose it. We arrived and our luggage was not there. I did have my shoes with me in my carry-on, but we had to leave right away and drive to Corning that night so we could make packet pickup and make it for the race the next morning. So we left without shoes, and we were hoping we would find a store in Corning where we could buy her some shoes, or that there might be some at the expo. We got there and went straight to the expo because we had to, or we would be late. The expo did have a running store there that was selling shoes. My wife was used to just one model of shoe, one brand. We were hunting through it, and we found that they had that brand of shoes and that model. But we looked and looked through all of the boxes, and we were unable to find her size. We were about to give up and decide she was just going to have to buy another brand of shoe and run in a brand new brand and model that she had never run in for the marathon. I opened a box that was not her size, and actually I opened several boxes that were not her size, and I found a mismatched, her size of shoes were in the box marked with a different size. Anyway, we totally lucked out. We were able to buy the shoes, and she was able to run in her model and brand of shoes just because of pure dumb luck. But anyway, so it is a lesson. If you're traveling to an out-of-town race, try to take everything you need in your carry-on in case the luggage gets misplaced. The luggage did show up, but it was a couple days later, and they brought it to my wife's parents' house. We were staying for a few days. But anyway, and actually we were looking at the expo. The other option was to try to see if there was another running store in Corning. Well, by the time we had gone through the expo, all the stores in Corning were already closed, the running stores. I think they closed at like 5:30 or 6 p.m. On a Saturday. So we would have been out of luck. Other than that, we got up race morning. It was awesome. Her parents were able to see her do a race. I was there. It was gorgeous weather. First weekend in October is real often peak leaf season in upstate New York, and it was peak leaf season. It was beautiful. The colors, the fall colors. The temperature was gorgeous. It was in the 40s, maybe got up to 50 during the high for the day. We pretty well stayed in the 40s. It was just gorgeous weather. had a really nice run, felt really good. The course had been advertised as a flatter, faster course. I think it even had slight downhill to it, so it was considered a good Boston qualifier. I had a really good race. I ran 350 and some odd change. Back in those days, I actually had speed, I think, to run a little faster, but I was never able to train enough miles to get the faster results. Every time I would get my weekly training mileage over probably 40 miles, I would get injured. And I was just fortunate with the orthotics I had, and I was fortunate whenever I was able to make it through a training cycle and get to a race and do it. And I was never running over 40 miles a week. So for me, the running 350 was actually a very good time. I just missed my PR by about a minute. Felt great. It was, like I said, it was gorgeous weather. I got to see her parents made it to a couple stops along the route and saw us pass by. So that was very cool. My wife and I did not run together in this one. So I ran 3 hours and 50 minutes. She did her own thing. She had a lot of fun. She was a little bit slower than in Cleveland, but she did 5 hours and 33 minutes. And unlike Cleveland, there was support the whole way. We even finished. There was food at the end. They had massage therapists there that gave us massages after the race. There was actually a place you could go in and take a shower. It was a really nice experience. I was really happy with the way that race supported us, and it was just gorgeous and like a perfect event. Finishing at the Corning glass factory. Corning, I know now makes most of its money, I think, doing fiber optics stuff, but they are a glass company and they make Corningware, the cookware that's made out of glass. And when we finished at the finish line, you could actually do a little bit of a tour of the Corning glass factory. The shirts we were given were of a wine glass. Very pretty, and it showed some of the fall colors in it. Very nice shirt. The medal we were given was actually made of glass. Very pretty and just unique. It says Wineglass Marathon finisher October 4th, 1998. Very nice, kind of a purple glass. It has a runner and a wine glass at the top. So now I will just cut over and show some of the keepsakes we kept. Okay, so I believe 307 was my wife's number. There's the medal I just showed you. I think 308 was my race number. It's Wineglass Marathon. This is me finishing. Coming across the finish line. And here's my wife with a huge smile coming across the finish line of her race. We actually got quite a few photos because my wife's parents were there and took pictures. This is Kathy along the route, going through one of the little towns. They actually caught her parents, she went into a porta-john and they caught her coming out and took a bunch of pictures of that, which kind of embarrassed her. And this is Kathy walking along with her mom, telling her she was doing okay. And then at the finish line, this is my wife getting her massage after her race. This is another photo of us at the finish line. Another photo of the massage. This is me along the course. The man right here with the blue cap was actually my father-in-law, I believe. So I think my mother-in-law must have been taking this picture. And this was us cold and ready to go just before the race. Foggy and chilly. This is the finisher certificate that my wife received for the marathon, and it shows her time. Really nice. They were a little smaller certificates, not letter size, but very nice certificates. And this was the one I got with my time. Then we had, this was the brochure that came with the race. These were the pictures we received in the mail that you could order. They had us at the finish line. This was me crossing it just after I crossed the bridge. And again, this is my wife somewhere along the course raising her arms up. We didn't order these because we got so many photos from her parents being there. Again, this is the brochure that came that had all the prices and talks about different hotels you could stay at, where the award ceremony and all that stuff was. We have this was the letter we got with all the instructions about the race, which normally now you would just get online. And then we have the newspaper from Corning the day after. We did go ahead and spend the night in the hotel there, so we were able to pick up the paper the following morning. And there's Wineglass King. It's been her. So this guy had won the race multiple years. And I think that was the women's winner right there. But anyway, it was a really good experience. I really enjoyed it. It was nice going and spending time with Kathy's parents, going to a race up there in New York, and the weather was gorgeous. The race was well supported. Even though I hadn't been to that race in several years, I would recommend it. I had a friend that just went this past year and they loved it. I would love to go back sometime. My in-laws are no longer around, but Kathy still does have family up in the area, so maybe we'll make the trip up there one October and do it again. It was awesome. I hope you enjoyed the video, this walk down memory lane again. If you like the video, please consider hitting the thumbs up, the like button. If you're interested in more of my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Other than that, keep moving.